Okay, okay. We're home, Marley. Just try to be cool. We have a resident, Marley. Meet Chewie. Chewie, this is Marley. Be nice. Marley exploded into the room. A blur of squeaky toys, skidding paws, and uncontrolled waggling. He zoomed in a circle, knocking over a potted plant, sending dirt flying. He bumped a coffee table, a magazine sliding off, and finally spotted Chewie. He froze. His whole body went stiff, his tail a vibrating metronome. A low, curious whine escaped him. He took a tentative, wiggling step forward. Chewie, a monument of fur on a high-backed armchair, did not move. He simply watched. Marley inched closer, his nose twitching. He was within 3 feet, 1 foot. He stretched his neck to sniff. Chewie's paw, a fluffy, silent comet, bopped Marley squarely on the nose. Not a scratch, just a firm, definitive thump. Marley yelped, stumbled backward, and fell on his rump. He looked shocked, betrayed by the physics of a world where things don't instantly want to play. Chewie closed his eyes, as if the matter was settled. This began the lessons. The laws of Chewie. Law number 1. The sun patch is sovereign territory. Marley tried to lie in a perfect square of sunlight. Chewie, without opening his eyes, emitted a low, tectonic plate shift grumble. Marley scrambled away. Law number 2. The water bowl is not a pool. Marley joyfully stuck his entire face in the communal water bowl, splashing everywhere. Chewie watched, then with delicate precision, used a paw to tip his own private glass of water right onto Marley's head. Marley sputtered, completely confused. Law number 3. Night is for silence. Marley found a squeaky hedgehog at 2 a.m. Squeak, squeak, squeak. From the darkness, two luminous eyes appeared. No sound, just a relentless, disapproving stare. Marley dropped the toy and hid under the couch. Eventually, Marley was dejected. He lay on his bed, chin on his paws, just watching Chewie. Why won't he play? Doesn't he like fun? All he does is sit and stare and clean. Just then, I walked in, tripping over a displaced chew toy. Ugh, Marley, did you have to unravel the entire toilet paper roll again? It looks like a snowstorm in here. As I began to clean, Marley watched Chewie. Chewie, finished with his meticulous grooming, sat perfectly still, gazing out the window. A butterfly fluttered past. Chewie's pupils widened slightly, then returned to normal. He didn't move a muscle, but for a second, he was everything. Marley's head cocked to the side. That was interesting. The dynamic started to shift. Marley began to watch. Really watch. He watched Chewie navigate the room, not in a straight line, but a series of elegant, calculated leaps from chair to sofa to windowsill, never touching the floor. He watched Chewie's version of a hunt, a single, hours-long focus on a dust mote floating in a sunbeam. The intense, silent concentration was captivating. He watched Chewie communicate with me. A single, slow blink earned a chin scratch. A gentle head bump against my ankle meant his food bowl was low. Marley tried to copy. He attempted a slow blink at me. I am serene. I am a mountain. He blinked so slowly and dramatically that he lost his balance and fell over. One afternoon, I was on an important video call. Marley, bored, found my favorite slipper. He picked it up, not to destroy it, but just to hold it. He wandered into the living room, the slipper dangling from his mouth. He saw Chewie on the windowsill, watching a bird. Marley had an idea. He walked over, sat carefully remembering law number 1. He stayed out of the sun. Pachan placed the slipper neatly at the base of the windowsill. He looked up at Chewie, his tail giving a single, respectful thump. Chewie looked down at the slipper, then at Marley's hopeful face. For the first time, his expression softened, almost imperceptibly. He hopped down, sniffed the slipper, and then did something extraordinary. He head bumped Marley's leg, once. It wasn't play. It was an acknowledgement, a treaty. Whoa, then came the real test. A storm raged outside, and the power went out. The house was dark, cold, and full of strange noises. I was trying to find flashlights. Marley was terrified. The wind howled. A branch tapped the window. He whimpered, pacing. He ran to his bed, too scary. He ran to my room. I wasn't there. Panicking, he padded into the living room. There, in the faint emergency glow from a streetlight, was Chewie, a dark, fluffy orb of calm in his armchair. He opened his eyes. Marley approached, shaking. The house is broken. The sky is falling. What's the rule for this? Chewie just gazed at him. Then, he slowly, deliberately rearranged himself, making a small space in the curve of his fluffy body on the chair. He gave one slow, deliberate blink. The invitation. Trembling, Marley gathered all his courage. He didn't jump. He carefully, oh so gently, placed his front paws on the chair, then hauled the rest of himself up. He curled himself, tucking his nose under his tail, right against Chewie's warm, purring side. The purr was a deep, rumbling engine that vibrated through Marley, steadying his heartbeat. The storm outside didn't stop, but the storm inside him did. After that night, the rules were reimagined. The sun patch became shared sovereign territory. Marley would lie at the edge, his body in the light, his head resting gently on Chewie's flank in the shadow. The water bowl was for drinking, peacefully, and night was for quiet companionship. They would sit together at the window, watching the moon. The next morning, I walked in bleary-eyed, expecting chaos. The scene was pristine. Chewie was on his chair. Marley was on his bed. A toy was neatly in its basket. Did I sleep for a month? Is this an alternate dimension? Marley got up, stretched not a wild shake, but a long, cat-like band, walked calmly to me for pets. Chewie watched, then delivered a slow, approving blink to them both. They haven't become the same. Marley still wiggles like crazy when I come home. Chewie still judges the vacuum cleaner with silent disdain, but they found a language. Together, they are the quiet, beating heart of our home. Thanks for watching. If you loved Marley and Chewie's story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.